Joe Hopkins here, and today, well, the title says the two best brands. Now, let me be clear, I'm not putting anybody else down. There are a lot of good brands out there that I really like. But I got to thinking, after just the other day, a coworker of mine asked me what kind of guitar I would recommend. And I was thinking, okay, whose guitars, what brand would I recommend to somebody who maybe is ordering a guitar for the first time? They don't really know what they're doing with the instrument. They want to get into the guitar. Who'd I recommend where I think they're almost guaranteed a good experience, right? And that's kind of what I'm going for here. Because I own a lot of guitars by other brands that I really love. And I wouldn't hesitate to recommend a number of those brands. But the two I just think are top as far as you're going to get a good instrument. You're going to get something really decent. Or if it does get messed up, they will fix it and do it rather quickly without a lot of hassle. And there are even other brands, like Harley Benton is one that I would also recommend for this. But I'm talking about my two at the moment that I would recommend, you know, at the top. They're the first that come to my mind. And, you know, this opinion of mine might change in the future as I have further experiences. But as of right now, I'd put my number one recommendation as Wolf. Wolf AIO. AIO falls in there too. They're sold by All-in-One Guitars. By the way, I'll put links to both of these companies in the description below to their websites. And the reason why I'd recommend Wolf, well, they're in the US. I mean, the guitars are made in Vietnam, but the company's in the US. They're based out of LA. You can get a hold of them. If you live anywhere near the West Coast, you know, you can actually go to the store, which is, hey, that's nice. They have an actual store. They do an excellent setup. The guitars are ridiculously good quality, especially for the money. This one was like 450 bucks, I think, something like that, somewhere around that price range. So they're not at the bottom of the price level, of the price scale at all. But if you have a problem, you can get a hold of them. They'll get back to you. They have, you know, decent customer service. It's an actual store. So it's not just, you know, mail order online stuff, which is nice. You know, you can actually call the store and get a hold of somebody. As far as like budget goes, they're kind of at the upper end of it. But, you know, for what you're getting, I mean, they're just excellent guitars. They do an excellent setup. This is my my Wolf LP, and I have been utterly impressed with this guitar. It's probably the best electric guitar I own, hands down. I don't know if my favorite, but the best. I love playing it. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'd recommend them just because I know that I can do it with confidence. I can recommend them with confidence, knowing that the person is going to get a good instrument. Also, since they do a setup on it before they ship it out, unless something happens in shipping, man, this thing was solid when they mailed it to you, right? They went over it, they looked at it. They're not the only company that does that, right? But they're the one they're one of the companies I'd recommend at the top, right? They're literally, I'd say, yeah, you get one of these, you're going to get a good guitar. And they do have a decent selection of different varieties, but not that big a selection, right? So they might not have what you want. They might not have it in the color you want, in which case, you know, look around elsewhere. That's fine. But yeah, I'd recommend them just for those reasons. You're probably, most likely going to get a good guitar, and if you don't, they're probably going to fix it. You know, I have confidence in that. Number two is a guitar I bought recently. I've done a couple videos with. That's my Sawtooth. And the main reason that I put them up there above some other companies is I had such a good customer service experience with these guys. They sent me the wrong guitar initially. They sent me this as a left-handed model. And I've talked about this on my channel before. For any of you guys that watch my videos, I know I'm repeating myself, but a lot of people are new to my channel and they're just watching this for the first time. So they sent me the wrong one. They sent me a left-handed one. And the left-handed one was absolutely excellent. It was just left-handed. They got me my new one in less than a week. Actually, I think it was like 3 or 4 days. over the Christmas holiday, which shocked me. That is amazing customer service. When I emailed them, they got right back to me on the Friday before Christmas. I didn't think anybody'd be at work, right? If they'd have gotten back to me 3 or 4 days later and it took them 2 weeks to ship it, I'd still be singing their praises. But, you know, especially over the holidays, you don't expect service that fast, but it was excellent service. So, you know, excellent guitar. They do a setup on it, like with Wolf, before they send it out. So when they ship it, they know it's a good guitar. They were just messing with it, right? It was good when they shipped it. I say when they shipped it because we all know things happen in shipping. Sometimes it doesn't get to you. Sometimes it gets damaged. Sometimes lots of stuff can happen in shipping. But it's important to know that it was good when they put it in the box and sent it off to come to you, right? So there is that. And the customer service was absolutely terrific. Meaning if you do get a dud, if there's something, God forbid, wrong with it, they're likely to fix it, and they'll fix it quickly in my experience. Maybe some of you guys have a different experience, but from my personal experience, they fixed it and they fixed it quick, and it is just an absolutely excellent guitar. Now, the Wolf is higher quality, but this one cost less than half as much, and Sawtooth does have higher priced guitars that I'm assuming would be up there with the Wolf. They're up there in the price range anyway, and some of them cost a little bit more than the Wolf, depending on what you get. You know what I mean? Like, they have the models with higher end hardware, and it seems like the ones with the Floyd Rose, like this one's just, you know, a fixed bridge, but they have ones with Floyd Roses that the price goes up a good bit. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is because of the cost of the Floyd Rose. Those aren't cheap. They have ones with premium pickups. I forget whose they use. Seymour Duncan's, I want to say, but you'd have to look. The link will be in the description. But yeah, when they have premium pickups and a Floyd Rose and the you know, higher end tuners and the higher end parts, the price goes up. Like, I think part of why this one cost what it did is it has those higher end parts in it. It has Grover tuners, and it has a lot of abalone inlays and abalone binding, and that pushes the price up. And that's what Wolf does. They have like fancier stuff, whereas Sawtooth has this, which is a basic guitar, but very well built. And then they have the ones with all the premium stuff. Now, when I say basic, it's an excellent instrument. I absolutely love this thing, and I love the way their standard pickups sound, honestly. I see no need to replace them or get something of like a higher quality. I like these. So those are my two recommendations based on the fact that I believe you're most likely to get an excellent instrument. And if you don't, you're most likely to have like a real easy time fixing whatever went wrong. So, and once again, that's not to put down other companies. I'd readily recommend, you know, Xavier or Slick from Guitar Fetish. I'd you know, readily recommend Harley Benton from Thoman Music, especially since Harley Benton, if you can't find what you want specifically, like the style and color of guitar you want with these other two companies or any other company, Harley Benton has a massive selection, which is something in their favor. You're going to probably find what you want or something pretty close to it at a very good price. And because it's a large company, you know, Thoman is like the, musician's friend or Sweetwater of Europe, you know, but their American store has a limited selection. If you order from Germany, there's a shipping cost, and it, you know, it's coming from Germany. So there's that. But I mean, you know, give and take. There are other good companies too. They're all pretty good. These are just the two that I was thinking with my friend, you know, if you want something really good that I know will be good, that I know will get to you, that I know, you know, if there is something wrong, they'll fix it. Those two came to mind first. And a lot of that is the customer service, right? Like I said, companies like Thoman and Guitar Fetish have excellent customer service. I had no problems with Donner or Glary or Hard Luck Kings, or, I mean, there's a lot of brands I've had zero issues with that are excellent. Like I'm saying, I'm not putting them down. These two just go at the top, in my personal opinion, and that opinion might change in the future, but as of right now, all-in-one guitars, and sawtooth guitars. Excellent, excellent choices for anybody looking to buy a guitar, anybody that doesn't know a lot about guitars. That's the other thing about those two companies. They do a setup on them, and so does Guitar Fetish and Hard Luck Kings and some of the others, but a lot of the budget brands, it's not necessarily going to come set up. Those two companies do a setup, and they do, so far as I've found, the best setup of any of the guitars I've bought. So for people ordering a guitar that aren't used to the guitar, maybe you don't know how to adjust things, those are two great choices. It's going to be exactly right when you get it, and if it's not, they'll fix it. If that makes sense. So yeah, that's just electric guitars though. Acoustics are a different beast, right? I might do a video on those sometime in the future, you know, acoustic guitars. But everybody loves the electric guitar. They want to hear about the electric guitar. So anyway, I've rambled on enough. I've given you my opinions. For any of you guys out there looking to just get into guitar as a new thing, there you go. There's my recommendations. And if you want to know about some of the other instruments I've reviewed, here in a sec, there's an end screen. There's going to be a reviews playlist on it. You can check that out. I've reviewed a lot of guitars, including the two I just showed you, and gives you an idea of, you know, where you're at with those kinds of things, right? How it's going to be. I've done a lot of unboxings too to show you how does it come to you? What's it look like in the box, right? How do they ship it? And I've got a songs playlist too. Check out my songs. And I'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.